So anyways, I run this program and I am struggling to find the right students. This this generation is a generation of apps that are just built to get your attention. They just want to suck you in and keep you on the app as long as possible. They want to make it easy, give you these little short hits of dopamine, make you feel good about yourself, and you put in your, your 10 minutes a day, you keep your 300-day streak alive or whatever, and at the end of 300 days, you know some more words and you still can't speak Japanese. I'm struggling to find the right students. I found a couple and they're amazing. The type of students that I need the algorithm to bring me, algorithm, if you're listening, I need students who actually want to learn Japanese because they love the culture. Not just people who watched anime a couple of times and think it's cool. It's like, if that's where you started, that's fine. A lot of people start there, but it has to go beyond that. You have to be the type of person who actually goes out of their way to visit Japan, who wants to come here to experience the culture, to live in Japan possibly, or at least just really enjoy a deep cultural experience here, someone who really wants to connect. That's the student I'm looking for. I get the wildest comments recently. I got this guy, he said, "Man, your videos really inspired me and I want to learn Japanese. I just got a subscription to Duolingo." It's like, oh, okay. Have fun with that, man. I think he has to struggle with that for the next couple of years and then realize that he still doesn't know Japanese and then he can come back. ね、どうすればいいんだろうね。My ideal Japanese student, maybe they can speak a little. もしかして、このぐらいの日本語で喋ってもわかるかもしれない。もうある程度話せる人かもしれない。全く喋れない人かもしれない。You could be beginner, intermediate, advanced, I don't know. It doesn't really matter though. It's someone who actually wants to learn Japanese and learn more. The reason I turned my camera on right now is I wanted to show you what I was doing. This is our calendar. You see all these little dots? These are dots that I scheduled lessons on. Now, Thrive in Japan is way different, and I don't understand why people don't want to take advantage of this. And this is why I'm telling you, I'm looking for students who actually want to get good at Japanese. This is how it works. You see this? For example, where is this? Oh, this is tomorrow. So tomorrow, I got 2 students joining this session at 3 p.m. This session, they requested. They want this time. And so I scheduled at this time. When I go to next month, let's see. How many dots do you see? It's like nothing, yeah? Oh, there's a dot here. I just scheduled this. Do you know why? Because that was requested. So I just sent out the requests for November. I sent it to all my students. Fill out this form, request your times, let me know what time you want to do sessions. Because there is no limits. I give my students unlimited access, unlimited sessions, and you tell me when works for you. There's literally like probably a 4-hour patch of the day where I want to be asleep, but other than that, I'm pretty much open to any time of the day, any day of the week. And this is November. Look at this. I'm just waiting for people to say, hey, schedule me in for 4 p.m. on Wednesday, or 9 a.m. on Friday, or 6 p.m. on Saturday. I'm just waiting. Guess what your limit is on Thrive in Japan? You see this? You can book up to 2 sessions at a time. That's your only limit. That's it. The thing is, like, I'm not trying to build Duolingo. Duolingo has, millions of people, but how many people are actually learning Japanese? If I have 1 million students and no one's learning the Japanese, what's the point of my existence? Like, I want actual students who are going to come in, who are serious about connecting with Japan, because my goal isn't just to teach you Japanese. My goal is actually to connect people with Japan. Like, that's the goal. And if you're teaching Japanese and you can't even do that for your students, then you should just quit, man. You should quit. So yeah, I have this, we have this link up on the landing page right now. And if you click on it, you can book a call with me. And it's just 45 minutes. For 15 minutes, I talk to you about like the program. I tell you how our speaking sessions work, why they're different, why they actually work. And then we do 30 minutes just to see where you are with your Japanese. We do like a little demo lesson. It's free. Anyone can do it. And here's the crazy part. Everyone doesn't show up to their call. It's crazy. Like 80% of the people don't even show up to the call. Call's free. All I do is explain the system. 30 minutes, you get a free diagnosis. I'll literally speak Japanese with you. I'll tell you exactly what the next steps are you need to work on, what you need to do to get closer to fluency. And then you can start a 2-week free trial. During that 2-week free trial, you can book sessions. Like you can book speaking sessions with me and you haven't paid anything. You don't even have to start paying until you've decided to stay with us. So you get 2 weeks free, you get this free, free sessions like speaking with me. Doesn't matter what level of Japanese you are at, and you can do as many as you want to. It's the same price. Like even if this was the only thing that we're offering, I just don't understand why 80% of our calls don't show up to the call. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. It just blows my mind. I'm looking for serious students. I put up one video where I kind of showed the inside of the platform before, and I got one student who signed up. So far, she's the most amazing student that maybe I've ever had. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to be doing more videos like this where I'm just being open, just being me, showing you the inside of the platform. Because if I can connect to just one person with every video like that, I would have the most amazing school. Like I would have the best community, the best students. So we're gonna put up this video, and if you think that one person is you, then I'm gonna put a link to book a call with me. Like I'll put my calendar link. You can book a time to talk with me. I'll put it in the description of this video. Just click on that, and then just show up. Like we'll talk. We'll figure it out. Don't be part of the 80% that doesn't even show up. That's crazy. Yeah, but look, hey, I'll show you around. Like it's not just the speaking sessions. We got a classroom. If you need to learn from the basics, like we got you. If you are already speaking pretty well, then I encourage you just to do as many speaking sessions as possible. We got, communities, all this stuff, dashboard, whatever. Man, I should show you, I'm gonna actually show you. This is what we do on a free call. So if you watch this video and you book the free call, just tell me, hey, skip the first 15 minutes of the free call, and let's jump straight into the lesson. So this is just to explain how the program works, like what it's all about, what the speaking sessions are all about specifically. So you see on the program, we use this system at the beginning of every speaking session. And the speaking sessions actually work better with about 2 or 3 participants. The reason this is because Japanese has a very, very complicated honorific system. So the way you speak to people changes depending on their social status. And so usually on a call, we'll set it at the beginning of the call. I'll tell you, hey, with this person, I need you to use, like, for example, plain casual form. When you're speaking with me, I need you to use like form like desmas form. When you're speaking to this person, I need you to speak with them using the honorific form like keigo, son keigo. So anyways, get 2 or 3 people on a call, and then we do this. This system is based off of some work that I did with someone in the linguistics department from the University of Arizona last year, where they talked about the natural way that people actually learn languages in these levels. They start at the very first level, learning how to say things about themselves, facts about themselves, feelings about themselves. If you imagine like a baby when they're first talking, they really only know how to talk about themselves when they're hungry, when they're hot, when they're happy, when they're whatever. And then as they grow and develop, they start speaking about others, the things around them, and slowly the circle gets wider and wider and wider, and it includes more and more things. And so what we do is we drill this. We basically start at the middle, and every call we start asking each other about self-facts. If you'll see over here, we have ABC. There's 3 different types of statements you have to make to move up to the next level. So we start at level 1 talking about ourselves. I'll ask you something like, どこに住んでますか? Or in casual, if we're working on a casual form that day, どこに住んでる? And you'll have to answer something. Maybe you'll be on desmas form today, and you say, 東京です. Chiba desu. Chiba ni sundemasu. And I'll say, oh, okay, interesting. And then we'll talk about a reason. And I'll say, maybe you'll say like, well, why do you live in Chiba? Or have you always lived in Chiba? No, ずっと千葉ですか? And you might answer, いや、2年前に引っ越してきました。I just moved here 2 years ago. And I say, あ、そうなんですか。何かありました?新しい仕事とか。And I ask you for a reason. Did you get like a new job or something? And you would say maybe, あ、そうです。あ、そうなんですか。何の仕事ですか? And we'd keep talking like this until I found a way to use a conditional statement. A conditional statement is like a if then kind of statement. I'm a little flexible on this one, but for example, like like when your kids grow up, are you planning on moving out of there or something? It's kind of like an if statement. じゃあ、子供たちが大きくなったら、またお引っ越しを考えてますか? Are you thinking about maybe moving after the kids get bigger? And they would say like, ああ、そうですね。ずっと昔から北海道に行きたいなと思ってて、I've always thought I wanted to go to Hokkaido. And I say, cool. So now we've talked about a statement, a reason, and some type of conditional statement. So we've graduated from talking about yourself, things about yourself, and we're moving on to talking about your feelings. So I might ask you like, 北海道好きなんですね. And I might ask you like, 何か特別の思い出はないですか? And you say, do you have like a special memory or a special connection or something that you feel? And we go through the cycle again, using some type of statement, reason, conditional. Once we do that, we can graduate, go on to the next level, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are pretty self-explanatory until you get to conceptual. Conceptual is like a philosophical approach, 哲学的な話. Or, conceptual, 抽象的な話. Or, maybe it's, talking in examples, or, maybe we're like working on some, 慣用的言葉, like working on, I don't even remember what that is in English. And then when you finish that, you graduate to specialized. Specialized is, if you're a doctor, like talking about doctor things. So we say 専門用語. 専門用語 is specialized speech, like special words that you would need to talk about maybe politics, like 政治的な話. Or if you need to talk about medicine, or you need to talk about, something specific industry. This is like the highest level. Honestly, even with some of my most advanced speakers in the classes, it's tough for us to get to 4. And students that have N2, N1, or students who are taking N1 in December, just a month from now, even they have difficulty getting out of 4. And so every week, not even every week, every call, we start out with this, and we just start pushing and pushing and pushing and try to get further and further and further, graduate up, 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 up. And this gives you an easy way to see how far your understanding of the language and, how far you've come and developed, through your studies. When this finishes, I can give a lot of feedback, and I give students suggestions on new phrases, new sentence structures, new grammar, new vocabulary, maybe certain things to focus on, and I'll give them some type of focus until our next call. And then on the next time on a call with them, we'll pull that up again. We'll see how they're doing. We'll see how their new grammar structure, their new expressions, their new sentences, their new vocabulary. I'll try and get them to use it, and we'll go through this whole thing again. So here's the thing. I'm putting this out there, even though maybe I should be keeping this secret, because this is crazy effective. If you want to get fluent in Japanese, just do this. And maybe I should be keeping this like an industry secret, but I'm just going to put it out there, because even if you know this, I'm still pretty confident that I'm probably the best at teaching this right now. Like, I went on to Preply just to see who my competition was, and I took some trial classes and stuff. No, you guys. Unless you go into Preply with some type of idea, there's just not enough structure. People who say their lessons have structure, they're just walking you through textbooks. Textbooks don't work. I'm telling you. Textbooks, like, they'll teach you basics, they'll teach you tools, But if no one teaches you how to use those tools in a conversation, they're useless. So you need a really special teacher to be able to take a textbook and actually teach you how to speak. It takes a very special teacher. And to be honest, I've met one in my entire life, and they were a very special teacher. So it doesn't work like that. So anyways, if you're a total beginner, it's like, well, if you're a total beginner, how are we supposed to join? And first, I teach my students to learn how to learn. Before you even understand words and grammar and all this stuff, I'll teach them how to ask questions, like how to say, like, what does that mean? どういう意味ですか? Or how do I say this? Something, something, something. 日本語でなんて言いますか? Or I don't know, just things like this. Like, how do you, or can you speak more slowly? Like, ゆっくり話してください. Just teaching these survival phrases, because if you can memorize a list of key survival phrases, you can participate in these calls. And then after that, the most important thing is just to learn how to participate in level 1. Level 1 is just speaking about yourself. If you can speak facts about yourself, you can join these calls with no problem, even if we have more advanced students, because they'll be trying to ask you. They can lead the conversation with more complicated questions and things like that. I can help you understand it, and you can answer with your simple facts you know about yourself: where you live, what your name is, what you like, what you don't like, how old you are, where you're from, things about your family. You can talk about these kind of things. So basically, after you finish that, then you just need to learn how to ask these questions. Asking the questions is just learning. How do I ask a question that gets a statement? How do I ask a question that gets a reason? How do I ask a question where either the question is a conditional statement or I get a conditional answer? And this just comes from memorizing a few key words and structures that I teach you, and you get better and better and better at it every time. So that's where you start. Here, this is like some of these sentences I give my students to learn how to learn. Just stuff like this, like, どういう意味ですか? どういう意味ですか? の言い方を教えてください. Or, man, when I was, or anytime I'm learning a language, I hate it when teachers like start talking because I'm thinking slow. So I always teach them, 自分で答えたいので待ってください. I want to answer on my own, so please wait. This is important, man. 自分で答えたいのでちょっと待ってください. ちょっと待ってください. This is important. Don't worry, I'm very patient. I'll let you think as long as you want to. So anyways, if you are out there and you've been looking to learn Japanese and you've been failing and you've been struggling, it's not going to get better than this program. But it's just not. It's not. I'm really, really confident in that. The thing is I'm looking for very special students. I'm looking for students who really want to learn Japanese, who really want to learn the culture, who want to visit, who want to live here. Maybe you live here already. This isn't just about like passing, getting your N3. Like, I could care less about your N3. Yes, they're important, but here's the thing. If you learn how to speak and you can actually communicate, passing N3 is an afterthought. It's a joke. You don't even need to think about it. If you really learn how to speak and communicate in a language, like, I personally never studied for any test ever. Like, I never studied, but I got just to prove a point, I took an old like 3 N1 test from like 3 years ago just to prove a point. Didn't study for it. I'd never even studied for JLPT. I have no idea. I never studied for it. And I aced the thing. You don't have to. Passing the test is not your goal. It's the result of someone who learns how to speak the language. So if you learn how to speak, you learn how to read, I can show you how to do this. I have the tools. I'm just waiting for you. So I'm going to put that link in the description. I'll see you guys soon. Like, I'll be waiting. I'm waiting. I've 80% of people just keep me waiting on these calls. It's crazy. Yeah, hit me up before next month so I can get you on this calendar. I'd be more than happy we can schedule as many days as you'd like. The calendar is wide open right now. Call me up. We'll get started tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 4 days a week if you wanted to. It doesn't matter. Let me know. All right. I'm waiting for you. I'm looking for that one special student. I'll be waiting for you. Check the link in the messages. Check the link in the description. All right. I'll see you guys.